Yeah, good afternoon. We have covered a wide spectrum of ocular trauma, but in the pediatric age group, and that is the most important and crucial factor remains the visual rehabilitation in these cases and psychosocial aspects of pediatric ocular trauma, engaging child as well as the family. That's very, very important. As we all know, no parents wants to see their child get hurt, but the sad reality is that tens of thousands of kids sustain eye injuries every year. This we have already discussed, and any visual disability following ocular trauma has significant emotional, psychological, and socio-economic impact not only on individual, family, as well as on the society as a whole. Almost 20 to 30% of parents and 15 to 25% of children experience persistent traumatic stress reactions that important in functioning, treatment, and recovery period. Why does the child trauma need special attention? That is, first is the tender age and development of the child from a pediatric age group to a adulthood. Tender age, tender mind, very sensitive, and deprivation of good vision in the affected eye leading to amblyopia. So these are the nutshell the reasons which is very, very crucial while handling any childhood trauma, and it is bound to affect his academic, social, physical, mental growth occurred during the childhood and subsequently. Accepting eye injury and living with it, it's a real big trauma. For whole life, he is seeing that he is something different than the other people. And why it is so, these aspects are not so familiar is basically because proper attention has not been given on this particular aspect of the medicine. What is the traumatic stress? The children and parents may have traumatic stress reaction due to injury, serious illness, medical procedures, invasive, frightening treatment experiences, and all these compound to a nightmare for the future life too. And obviously, it will impair their day-to-day functioning, affect adherence to the medical treatment, and optimal recovery pattern that is also affected. Traumatic stress symptoms may vary in different pattern, but by and large we see that maybe child may be upset or angry, anxious, jumpy, confused, irritable, uncooperative, and feeling empty or numb. These are the risk factors associated with traumatic stress reactions. This lack of positive peer support, which is written the last, I consider is very important in the ultimate recovery pattern. And for the parents, this is very, very important that they experience other life stress or disruptions, lacks positive social support, has had prior emotional or mental health problems, has had previous traumatic experiences. Again, when the child thinks in the hospital can be traumatic to the child, being left alone itself is a big trauma. And then risk of being afraid of dying, seeing an injury to their body. These are the various factors depending upon the child's background and his age will affect his overall well-being. Family may feel that minimize potential traumatic aspects of medical care, identify children and families with or higher risk, persistent, provide anticipatory guidance. So the medical is not only the treatment part, but the counseling of the parents and the children is equally important to handle these situations. These are the persistent traumatic stress factors related to avoidance, arousal, and re-experience. These points has to be considered. These are the three key clusters of the symptoms, and psychological response will depend upon the significant distress, agitation, intense feeling of fear, numbing of emotional reactions, mood change, anxiety, sleep conduct. These are appears to be common affair. But for a child per se to feel all these and to understand by the parents and the treating surgeon is very, very uh, important, and this experience depends upon the severity of the trauma. Parents react to the traumatic experience, the proximity of the child to the traumatic experience. This combination is very, very important to feel how to assess distress, pain, fears, worries, grief, loss, and what this is most important, that how to reduce the distress, actively assess and treat pain using your hospital's protocol, provide child with information what is happening about his treatment, his decision when it is possible, listen carefully for child's understanding, and we must understand the child's psychology, ask about fears and worry, provide reassurance and realistic hope. I think this is a key to the success of handling ocular trauma related psychological factors in the pediatric age group for the patient as well as to the family, and for the treating surgeons and paramedical staff. They should also understand these sequence and sequelae are so important for the development of the child. Thank you very much. Thank you.